Hey guys, it's me, Stephanie C. Harper, publisher of Career Magazine, and today I'm doing this video for a group of writers and authors that I belong to. Just want to share a few things with you as it relates to writing, and of course, I'm going to talk about the business side of writing. Now, many of you who are viewing this, I've been trying to tell you guys all the time that books are a business, and it's definitely wonderful and great to do a wonderful novel and have many people know your name and all of those wonderful things. But writing is a business, and it requires keeping taxes and records. So I want to talk with you guys just a little bit because we're in tax season. So I want to talk with you guys just a little bit about some things that you can write off because you are a writer or an author. Now, I know that you may be saying, well, I'm not published yet, so this doesn't really apply to me. Well, that's not necessarily true. You can claim tax losses for your business even if you're unpublished. And then you have some people that will tell you that, well, it takes 3 to 5 years before I see a profit, otherwise it's a hobby. Well, that's not true either. As long as you can show that this is a necessary business expense, it is tax deductible. Now, again, I want you all to definitely check with your CPAs and the people that you have doing your business, your taxes. But I want you to know that there are tons of things that are tax deductible for writers and authors. All right. So here I want to give you a list of some things that I've personally been able to write off as a writer. So first of all, you think about, well, let me say one other thing too. Um, that you have to be able to prove that you are actively pursuing a career in writing. So maybe that's the caveat here. You have to be able to prove that you are actively pursuing a career as a writer. So again, you have to talk with your CPA and find out what things definitely apply to you. But I want to share a few things with you for the sake of this video. If you're sending out letters to agents and editors, keep a copy of your letter that goes out and then staple their reply to the copy. Postage is also deductible. So if you're sending things in a self-addressed stamped envelope, there's some things that you can do by email, but keep in mind that postage is definitely deductible. If you are buying any books that are related to the Writer's Market Guide or how-to books, or of course the Books Are a Business Kit, all of those things are tax deductible. If you have your home office, if you have a portion of your office that's set up for writing, you may be able to write off a portion of your utility bills and things like that that are related to your business, your writing business. If you're making any long distance calls, and a lot of people have free long distance and cell phones now, but yet again, if you're making any long distance calls that are related to your writing, such as critiquing your critiquing partner or your agent or your editor, these are calls that are deductible. Your internet usage fees. If you are using the internet to develop your craft or promote your work, these are types of things that are tax deductible. If you have joined any writers groups, membership fees, tax deductible. Gas and mileage when you travel to these groups, or if you're going to conferences and workshops and things like that, to again become better at what you do in your career as a writer. These things are tax deductible. Um, if you have a website, the creation, the development, the maintenance of your website, again, tax deductible because these are things that are necessary business expenses. So you'll have to find out, and this is again goes back to why I tell you guys as authors and writers that you don't have to use the free sites. I talk about the free sites, of course, you guys know from the aspect of branding, because when you're using some of the free sites, and I'm not going to call their names because I'm not going to give them any branding on what I do, but if you are using the free websites, just be mindful that yes, it's going to cost you up front, but you're going to get this money back if you have your writing stuff set up as a business. So again, you have to go back and put some things together and make sure that you are definitely operating as a business. Otherwise, these expenses don't apply. But you have to definitely make sure that you are presenting yourself as a business. And then, of course, if you're going to take a vacation with your family, now, you have to make sure that you're combining some networking, some interviewing, talking to people, talking to the media, and things like that. Again, this can all be considered research. Again, I said can be considered research. So you have to talk again with your CPA and find out what portions would be tax deductible and what portions would not be tax deductible. But again, yes, you can take a vacation and totally write that off as it relates to your business. Now, how do you keep track of all of these expenses? Okay, here we go. You're a writer. This ought to come second nature to you. You got to keep spreadsheets and receipts. That's a given. That's an obvious. But if you are paying for any promotional expenses, flyers, brochures, press kits, press releases, etc., things like that, again, keeping copies of all of that stuff. If you are donating any books to the libraries or doing giveaways, I know that we have some people within our group that give things away to prisons and people like and places like that. So you have to be mindful that all of those things can be considered a tax deduction. Um, Books that you bought for your research, again, tax deductible. If you are doing any dry cleaning for those nice, wonderful clothes that you have to wear out on your interviews, keep your receipts. If you are doing agent fees and commissions, compare your royalty statement against your 1099. And if the amount doesn't show royalties and fees and commissions, it's tax deductible. All right. So if you're self-publishing or e-publishing, again, the setup cost, the cover art, the charge for the production, all of those types of things are tax deductible. So remember, if it falls under necessary business expenses, it's very likely that it's tax deductible. So I'm Stephanie C. Harper, publisher of Career Magazine, and we will talk soon. Bye now.